So I've been telling everybody I would do an update on the Assembly Bill 220 as soon as I had some information. Now we've got some information. The bill was actually amended. From what I understand, they went to go read the bill in the Transportation Committee about a month ago. They were told there's no way they're going to push this thing through the committee unless it only exempts cars with classic car or a historic vehicle insurance. So the bill was amended as such. So here's my first disclaimer. This bill has not passed yet, so don't go thinking because there's this video that it's passed. You need to contact your assembly person, whoever that is. I'm going to try to put a link in the description, and you can go to the California Assembly website, look up who your assembly person is, send them a message saying you want to see this bill passed, and that's how it works. So if it does pass, I'll be posting it in the group Californians for Classic Car Smog Exemptions, which is on Facebook. I think we have somewhere around 2,500 members now. So if you're on Facebook, go to the group. Make sure that when you ask to join the group, you answer the question. The answer is a year. So it's not yes, it's not no. In fact, if you type yes, I will automatically not let you in the group because that's what all the spammers do. They actually have a robot that just automatically answers yes to all the membership questions to get into your group to try to spam people. So make sure if you do go to join the group, make sure you answer the question. It's like one question, and the answer is actually a year. So that's all I'm going to tell you. In fact, if you just want to type in 1983, just type in 1983. That way I know you're a human being and not a robot. Okay, so the bill was amended. So it will only exempt 1976 to 1982. I know it says pre-1983, so people assume it means 1983. It's 1976 to 1982 model year vehicles with collector car insurance. Now, here's the part I think people are getting a little mixed up on, and I read the bill. This only exempts you for the biannual smog for registration. So you still have to do the smog. Like when you sell your car, you still have to smog it, even if it's in those years. You just do not have to smog it for the tags every 2 years. Then when you go to sell it again, you have to smog it again. That is, unless it goes to a family member, from what I understand. Because I remember when my father passed and we transferred all his vehicles, we didn't have to do that. We didn't have to get the vehicle smogged. So unless it's a family transfer, you still have to get it smogged on transfer. Now, this is actually how it is for basically anything that gets smogged in rural counties in California. They've got a thing where the vehicle still has to be smogged on a transfer, just not for the registration renewal. So that's one thing that I think people aren't understanding about this bill. It still requires it on transfer. Now, the good of this bill is you don't actually have to get the historic vehicle license plates. That's the other thing that's a disclaimer. The other bill that was from last year, there was one of them that required you get historic vehicle license plates. And I think some people said they were going to go out and get the license plates. That never passed. So this bill, you do not have to get historic vehicle plates. So if you want to run the plates that are on it, so if you've got the old blue and yellow plates, if you got sunset plates, which I think sunset plates didn't come out till like 83 anyway. But if you're running an older car with sunset plates, you can at least keep them. Or if you have personalized plates, you can at least keep them. And this is really good if you have a car that's like a family heirloom or something that you're planning to keep for a long time, such as my AMC Pacer. I don't plan to ever sell that car. My daughter loves it, and she would probably disown me if I ever sold that car. So this is great if you have just a car that you're not ever really planning to sell, or you're not planning to sell for a very long time. Now here's the bad of this bill. It doesn't make buying and selling these cars any easier. So when you go to sell a car, you still have to get it smogged. This is not going to do any good for the dealerships that specialize in classic vehicles or the auctions that specialize in classic vehicles, which would have been nice to see more vehicles going through those auctions. As it is right now, a lot of them don't even do those vehicles because of the smog thing. They require you to have it smogged, or you get the tag. If you watched any of my Palm Springs auction videos, they literally put a tag on the windshield stating only for sale for dealers or buyers outside the state of California. So it doesn't help those guys out. Also, project cars tend to be kind of hard to get classic car insurance for. I know sometimes the classic car insurance companies, they want a vehicle that's either like a nice original or restored car, something that's generally in good condition. So this unfortunately doesn't help people who literally have a project car that maybe they're working on, which ironically those cars are usually the ones that get less miles put on them because they're being worked on. But this might be an opportunity for some of these insurance companies, maybe Haggerty or one of the other insurance companies that specializes in classic car policies, to come up with a new classification where they can insure a classic vehicle that's, say, under construction, where it doesn't have to be a done car. I mean, that would definitely be an opportunity for them. Obviously, those cars are classic cars as well, and they need to be preserved. And of course, as time goes on, people are putting more money and more time into these cars to bring them up to like a show quality. And let's just say, even if they don't do that, you still have to get it smogged on transfer, or when you bring it in from out of state. You have 2 years to get it up to that level, and then you can get a classic car policy, and then you'll be exempt. But I think I'm guessing the insurance companies might step up and have sort of like a project car category for their insurance. Another thing that's bad is I'm not really sure how DMV is going to handle this, how they're going to check for collector insurance. Unfortunately, a lot of times when a new law is added, it takes a while. Even like the DMV employees don't even really know what's going on with it. As a lot of people know, there's any historic vehicle over 25 years old is exempt from P&O, where you can get your back fees waived, especially on a transfer. And a lot of the DMV employees, unfortunately, don't know about this, and so it becomes a problem where it's in the vehicle code, but a lot of times the DMV employees don't want to bother to look it up. You have to get a manager. A lot of times they don't want to do that. So the other bad thing is there's no rolling exemption, which is a lot of what people wanted, because in the old days it was a 30-year exemption. This does not bring that back, which is what a lot of people want to see brought back, even if it was like a 35 or 40 year. This sets it at 1982 and older, and doesn't have a provision for moving up in the years to come, which I think a lot of people wanted to see, or even like a pre-OBD2 exemption, which I think eventually that's going to happen, because most states have gone to pre-OBD2 exemption because the equipment is hard to keep up and expensive, and there's fewer and fewer of these cars as the years go on. So it's kind of remains to be seen if that'll ever happen. I assume it's going to come eventually, just don't know when. I already said, if you join the group, go to Californians for Classic Car Smog Exemptions on Facebook. Just make sure you answer the question. And basically, now would be a good time to write your assembly person or even the Assembly Transportation Committee in Sacramento. Let them know you support this bill. Get any car clubs that you're involved. Get like the president of the car club to send a letter in as a representative of your car club. That also helps as well. So I'm going to keep you updated on this as soon as I know more stuff. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.